Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian and today I will be making mousse au chocolat or chocolate mousse. Right now we're going to start off by making a regular just chocolate cake. First we're going to start off with 1 cup of water, half a cup of oil, and finally 3 eggs. And then we will now add our cake mix. There we go. Oh, this one. And we're just gonna mix all of this together very well, and that way all the ingredients combine very well together. And basically, you want it smooth, no lumps. So now that we've finished mixing all the ingredients together, I'm gonna pop it in a pan that's coated in butter and flour so that it doesn't stick to the pan. And then once I'm finished with this, I think that's it. Now we're gonna spread it around that way it's nice and even. And then I'm going to put this in the oven, preheat to 350 degrees. Have it baked there for about 33 minutes. Go. And while it's baking, we're going to start on our chocolate mousse. Now we're going to start by making the actual chocolate mousse. So I've gathered my ingredients to that. We have 6 ounces of baker's chocolate, 14 ounces of condensed milk, and finally 2 cups of whipping cream. First, I'm going to start off by actually cutting the chocolate. And the way we're going to cut this is into very thin little strips. So, this just helps with the melting process become a little more easier and more faster. Now that I've finished chopping up the chocolate, I'm going to add it to a pot that has been set to a low heat. That way it melts the chocolate but it doesn't boil it. 14 ounces of condensed milk. And we're going to stir here and there periodically, that way it doesn't actually burn the chocolate. Now that we finished mixing our chocolate and condensed milk, we should have it to a nice and kind of smooth, silky like texture. Now we're going to bring over to a pan or make another bowl, mixing bowl. We're going to leave it here just to settle and cool down at room temperature. Now that we've added all our chocolate to the bowl, we're going to have it settle here at room temperature, but make sure you want to kind of stir it around here and there every couple minutes, because it will get hard, and just hard enough, it will make it a little more difficult to more or less smoothen around with our whipped cream, which is what we will be making next. Now that I have my chocolate cooling down around room temperature, we will stir it occasionally, but right now we'll be starting on our whipped cream. You're gonna want to add first. You're gonna want to put a bowl in the freezer beforehand. That way it's nice and cool for the whipped cream. We're gonna put 2 cups of heavy whipping cream in the bowl. There. And finally, then we're gonna whisk it until it forms peaks, they call it, but it can also be like nice and fluffy. Now that I've finished mixing the whipped cream, I will now add the chocolate that has now cooled bit by bit here and there, and I'm not gonna mix it, but more or less fold it in with the whipped cream. Now that we fully incorporated the chocolate into the whipped cream, we're going to place it in the fridge to firm up a little bit, and once our cake is done cooling out, we'll be ready to complete the dessert. Now that our chocolate cake and mousse have cooled, we are now going to assemble the actual dessert. First, we're going to take I already cut a little piece of chocolate cake here, and we're going to put 1/2 in the bottom of the cup. I'm going to put a layer of chocolate mousse. We'll do one more layer of each. And finally, to top it off, a little garnish of just chocolate. And there you have it. Mousse à chocolat.